Let's take 5. 5 minutes to explore the resources available in your Hey You box. I'm going to show you just how practical and fun these resources really are. So take 5 and have a look. Today we're going to have a look at posters and when and how to use them. Let's start with this one here. This is a map of the City of London, and it features London's main attractions and monuments. So let's say that you're on Unit 5.2, page 125, and you've just gone through the writing task on that page. It's about a boy named Lucas who is sending a postcard to his granny who lives in London. You can then ask students if they've ever been to London, or if they know any monuments to visit in London. What better way to explore than through a game of pin the tail on the monument? For this game, you'll need to hang the poster on the wall or board with some blue tack. You'll also need a blindfold and a paper tail with a pushpin or a thumbtack poked through it. One at a time, each student is blindfolded and handed a paper tail. Next, they must call out a London monument from the poster, one that they can remember. The blindfolded student is spun around 3 times and makes his way to pin the tail on the monument that they called out. Another variation of this game can be by dividing the class into teams and having other students from their team guide them to a specific monument. Now, this is a great opportunity to explore prepositions of place, prepositions of movement, and even giving directions. It's also a great listening activity because they must listen carefully to what their team members are saying. Once you finish this game, you can encourage your students to go online and find more information about the monument that they pinned the tail on. Now we're going to travel to the other side of the Atlantic Ocean and visit the United States of America with this poster. Remember the reading text from Unit 2.2 about Super Mario Brothers? Well, it says he's from Brooklyn. Do you know in which state we could find Brooklyn? In the state of New York. Can you point to New York on the map? Have your students be able to identify this state and more by playing State Puzzle Race. For this game, you'll need to hang the USA poster on the wall or board with some blue tack. You'll also need smaller versions of this map, but without the names of the states. Now, this resource you can find available in Aula Digital. So start by dividing the class into teams. Give each team a printed version of the map of the USA without the state names. Next, one student from each team will race towards the big poster, take a visual photo using their memory. Then they run back to their group and try to complete their map with the state that is missing and remember to put it in the correct place. After another student from that team goes up to the map, takes another visual photo, and so on and so on. The first team to complete their map correctly wins. This activity not only gets students off their seats, but helps them to learn the locations and names of the states in a fun and competitive way. Another poster presented to you in your Hey You box is the values poster. If you've just finished reading the text on page 77, this is the perfect opportunity to use this poster. In that text, the Turners have just moved to a new home, and Mrs. Turner receives a housewarming gift from her best friend, Tess. It's a flower pot with a card saying her new home looks amazing. Then, show students the values poster and ask what values this is an example of. Is it kindness? Is it friendship? Go through the values on the poster and play a fun game of value charade. Simply write 6 values on slips of paper, place them in the bag. Then, have one student at a time take a slip of paper out, show it to the partner. Then together they have 30 seconds to quietly prepare what they're going to do. They have 1 minute to act out that value without speaking. Other students in the class must guess what they are doing and what value they are portraying. It's a simple activity for students to identify values through nonverbal communication. And that's all the time we have for today. See you next time for some more fun activities with Hey You, Take 5.
Lei Educação. Ponto de encontro.